Hello dear viewers, praise the Lord. I hope you are all safe and sound at your home. In my today's video, the topic that I am going to discuss is very crucial because it's the burning desire of many of us today. And what is it? That is to be good at English language. So in my today's video, I am going to share with you all the simple and very practical guidelines, not only for the teachers but for the parents, and I must say that people of all ages, if practice these simple practical ways, they all can be good at listening, learning, reading and writing English. So without any further delay, let's start our today's video. Start now. As you can see, guidelines for parents and teachers to make children learn and speak English language fast and creatively. So let's see one by one what they are. Number 1. Encourage children to answer the question in a complete sentence instead of simple word. Many times it has been observed that in the class when teachers are there to ask questions from the children, we mostly say what is this and the answer is a marker. But I would suggest that it is good to ask children to give you the answer in the complete sentence like it is a marker. Throughout our teaching practice, I have observed that the teachers and mostly the adults most of the time just expect one word answer from the children, and it is not going to build up their speaking powers at all unless and until they are able to use those words into the proper phrases and into the proper sentences. So never please accept one word answer from anybody, either your own children or the students, but always encourage them to give you the answer in the complete sentence. What date is today? Instead of only saying 18th September, ask your children to say the complete sentence, it is 18th September today. What day is today? Instead of only accepting one word answer, Sunday, you must encourage your children to say, it is Sunday today. And you will notice that this is how our children will not only be learning words, but they will actually be using those words into the sentences as well. Help children learn new vocabulary, and there are many different ways, creative ways by which we can enable our children to learn new vocabulary and to store it. The first way could be use of word bank. Now what is a word bank? Like you can ask children to have this kind of or any beautiful box, and then they can cover it and wrap it beautifully, and then on a piece of paper, like I have given you the example here, let's say they have learned the new word encourage. So they will be writing the new word encourage with its meaning to motivate ya hosla afzai karna, and then not only the meaning but its use in the sentence as well. We should encourage each other. So if in a day they have, let's say, not more than 4 to 5 new words, their meaning and their usage in the sentence, then they fold this and keep it or store it in their word bank. So every day, or if you can plan it once a week or twice a week, or whenever you have double period of something and parents at home can do it on the regular basis, 2 or 3 words, and this word bank is really going to give them a very creative activity to go for the collection of the new vocabulary words, their meaning and their usage in the sentence. And next very important thing is always use of dictionaries. It's very important to make our children in habit of using the dictionary, and they are really going to learn many new words which will help them to use in their sentences by reading simple stories and the lessons whatever you are teaching them in the class, or whatever simple books you have at home. If we read for them, they will be listening to them, and any new word that they are actually listening, they can just note down, write the meaning of it, use it in the sentence, and then store it in their word bank. And then after that, constant repetition of new words and their usage in simple sentences. So whatever word they are actually collecting on the daily basis in this word bank, they must not be only for that day, but there must be constant repetition. आप उनको बार बार उनके साथ जब दोहराते हैं और उनका इस्तेमाल करके उनको बताते हैं कि this is how this word can be used in variety of ways in the language, it will really be helping them to listen and then to be able to use it into their spoken language. So repetition is very, very important for anything that we are learning new. Next point is plan and practice word building activities frequently. Example is word chain. How can we be using different type of word chain? It can be with the first letter of the word. It can be with the last letter of the word. It can be the vowels chain. It can be the consonants chain. It can be guess a word. You are giving the clues and the children have to guess the word. And it can be also flower spelling. So let me give you one example of each. Let's say if the word is hat. Now the first is with the first letter. So ask your children to make as many words as they can with the first letter of this word. So cat, then we can have cake, then we can have cow, then we can have crow, then we can have hook, and so on. So these words are actually going to be complicated according to the level of the students. The next is the last letter of the word. Now the last letter of the word is T. So what new word are they going to make with T? And that is going to be, let's say, toy. Now what is the last letter of this word? Y. So what word are they going to make with Y? And let's say we say yolk. What is the last letter of this third word? K. Very good. K. So what word are they going to make with K? Let's say kite. K-I-T-E. Kite. What is the last letter of kite? E. Very good. E. So what word are they going to make with this last letter? And that can be egg. So this is how your chain will be continued, and children really enjoy this activity. With the vowels, you know there are 5 vowels: I, E, A, O, U. So these are the 5 vowels, and if the children make as many words as they can with these vowels, and apart from 5 vowels, the remaining alphabets of English letters are called consonants. What are they called? Consonants. Very good. So children can also be asked maybe to make the word with B, to make the words with L, to make the words with G. So this is how, by using different consonants or the vowels, children can also be asked to make new words. Then flower spellings. You can make a beautiful flower or any shape you like, and then inside these petals you can be writing different letters. Let's say E, L, A, D and F. Now ask children, with the help of these letters they have to make new words like L, E, A, F. Leaf. Then L, E, A, D. Lead. So by using the letters in the flower, children are asked to make as many words, meaningful words as they can. And this would be then again meaningful words as they can. And this would be then as many words, meaningful words as they can be made complicated and challenging according to the level of the students. But these small activities are better for the small ones, because it is said that the period of the early 5 or 7 years of a child is really very much accelerating period, in a sense, like children at this age learn faster than after the age of like 7, 10 or 13. Therefore, it's very important to be using and practicing all these skills, all these guidelines when especially the children are at the age of 5 or 7. Alright? Now, our next point is use of look and say method. Now, what is this look and say method? Instead of telling children what does a pen mean in Urdu, ke kalam hai, what we can do is we can simply show them the object and then ask them to name it. This is called look and say method, and here you do not have to give the translation in their own mother tongue. So look and say method is very important, especially teaching the language. So any new word, any new name you want to teach your children of any object around you, you just show that object, ask your children to look at it and then tell what it is. If they do not know, then the teacher has to say, it is a pen. What is this? It is a marker. What is this? It is a chalk. What is this? This is a soft board. So, look and say. Then use of mother tongue once, then frequent repetition of words and sentences in English. Sometimes we think that the Urdu language should not be used or whatever the mother tongue is. But I would suggest for the new vocabulary, if for children understanding, we at times have to repeat that word in Urdu. We must do that. But the only thing we need to keep in mind is that Urdu translation or mother tongue translation must be told once. Uske baad, there must be the repetition of that word in English. Sorry. And then you will see that children will remember mostly what is being repeated to them in English language instead of the translation in the mother tongue. So the mistake at times which we make is that we always translate and translate and translate. You just tell in the mother tongue once, and then after that keep on repeating that word in English and its use in sentences. I hope I am clear. Alright, let's move to the next point.